Incredible disgusting. All will the American people just go back to believing come ever human being, or come ever human being represents some other system of procedures. I hope they will do enough, but we pray that they will. Everyone likes to forget things that go back to the past. Just like I hope that everyone remembers something. I would rather live in a society where no one trusts government, where no one trusts president, or everyone trusts, whether it be governors or professors or presidents or congressmen and justices, and that people are just incredulous and will not believe until they come to a it really is not the right of Germany is that the highest property of the government to try to cover it up. And that is that the programs that I've always felt to moral decay in the country itself, and particularly by existing power in the country. Do you feel any well, I haven't referred to a conspiracy, because I think in a sense it's largely a conspiracy. Desire of power for self-perpetuation, I guess, is the main conspiracy. But I am feeling some of that conspiracy. So it's rather interesting. I've become almost respectable in a matter of months. It really surprises the hell out of me. In that the people who prosecuted the Chicago 8 are all going to jail for interfering with the administration of justice, and I was accused, along with Leonard Weinglass and our defendants, of interfering with the administration of justice the way we tried the Chicago trial. So I'm in the position where I feel very uncomfortable. I would rather have people really distrust me in a way, even hate me, but be provoked by me, than to feel that I am in some way the righteous one, or at least appear to be, along with others, the righteous one in the whole last 4 or 5 years. I think I would rather play the role I originally played, because I am anti-government, I am anti-power, I am anti-institution, and I would rather maintain that role. But I must say that the word smugness is probably a very absurd. Watergate and the Chicago 8 are parallel? Well, they're a parallel in the sense that they're an ironic parallel, because in Chicago 8 trial, our defendants were tried for a conspiracy to interfere with the Democratic National Convention in Chicago 1968. The chief antagonist against them was John Mitchell and Richard Nixon, who engineered that grotesque prosecution. And here we're just not even 4 years away from Chicago. In fact, Jim's conference to go back to Chicago to be tried against the test. All of us except Bobby Seale. That it seems sort of ironic to see all of our persecutors either being belabored as Nixon is, or facing possible jail time, and they should have very much, if any, such as John Mitchell and maybe some of the others who were involved in decisions to prosecute the Chicago 8 and the Harrisburg 8 and the bench in Florida and Dr. Spark and so on and so forth. It's nice to see some of those now having to get lawyers to defend themselves in courtroom situations. So it is an ironic parallel in a way. Just 3 years away from Chicago, we're now confronted with a Mitchell indictment.
What is it?
Not his personality, his instinct for survival. That's what it comes down to. The government made it known they're going to murder him, or those associated with him, by these perennial shootouts, unless the Black Panthers became less militant. And so to survive after a number of deaths, the Black Panthers have become now a community-oriented electoral machine. It's a shame. I'm against black people laying down the gun. I think that play a definite role both in survival and political life. But I think that they have done so in certain as far as I can see, because of the need for survival in their minds. And that need is very great. As long as their government destroy people right and left, whether they be Panthers or students in Kent State or students in Southern University or students at Orangeburg or Jackson State down the line. I think that being threat of violence is the best way. I know of no other way other than confrontation with any social progress in it.
Threat of violence is
Sure it does sometimes. Well, the threat of violence itself, the idea that the have may be confronted by the have-not in the street. That's a very potent weapon for some change. Not the millennium, of course, but some change. That it comes to violence sometimes? Yes, that's true. So far, that's been all provoked by government rather than by those who are in the street. But it could lead to revolution and rebellion, whether that be sporadic or national, who knows. But the threat of violence and violence are consummate political weapons that are recognized in every country. What's happening in Northern Ireland? What the use of violence?
My own admission, Bobby Field and Black Panthers obviously don't do that. Violence doesn't work.
Well, they never advocated violence that I know of. They advocated self-defense. The Black Panther Party for self-defense. And I think that's recognized in our law as perfectly proper. To have weapons for self-defense. That's what I'm talking about at this moment. I think that minority groups would be far better off if the police knew that they were well armed. I think you'd have less breaking in, less problems, and maybe more safety for everyone. But that's a general rule of law in which I don't quarrel, the right of self-defense, and I've always been in favor of that. Yeah.
What inspired you, as it were, to become a crusader against power structures?
I don't know if I'm a crusader. It's a pretty high-flown term. I'm just, an itinerant lawyer. I have writ, will travel. I just wander from place to place and try cases. I think the real crusaders are those who are in the streets and taking the risks that I haven't been taking. I've been going to the courthouse, but the courthouse, with certain exceptions in California, is probably safer than most places. And I've been going to those courthouses for a long time. My own feeling is that the law is filled with a lot of good contradictions that can be used to keep people on the streets. That it's no more or less than that, a device for keeping people on the streets, so that those people can maybe change the world someday, or at least set the stage for it. And that's what I'm interested in. But I'm not a crusader, and I'm not a person who has what you would call a cause himself. I regard myself as a person who can facilitate the way of those who are the political thinkers and who can bring about meaningful change in any area. Yeah.
Were you satisfied with the agreement at Wounded Knee, and if not, would it been to their advantage to be more armed?
Well, there was no agreement at Wounded Knee. It's just, in many ways, a necessary surrender by the Indians, because all that happened was that they agreed to lay down their arms in return for some talks with higher echelons of the executive. But I don't think that has any meaning whatsoever. I think the main thing that came out of Wounded Knee was the public relations image of the resurgence of the Indian aim, and the ordinary Indian himself. I think that many people have a little different idea about Indians at this moment than they had a year ago, since Alcatraz and since the Bureau of Indian Affairs invasion of Washington, Custer, and finally Wounded Knee. And I think the Indians now are recognizing the value of confrontation. There's a very good example of confrontation. Without confrontation of Wounded Knee, the whole Indian story would not have been talked about as it is right now. What happens from then on, I think, is important. But I think Wounded Knee itself is just an episode in time which just brought the problem to the surface, makes people aware of it. And so that's a whole other step, regardless of what I think about it.
Well, you referred earlier to the threat of violence. Well, in Wounded Knee, when Dennis Banks, Russell Means name, and a few of the reservation Indians took over the handle of Wounded Knee, they threatened with violence. The public sentiment got on their side. Well, don't you think this violence, right there at the last stage of Wounded Knee, don't you think that actually hurt the American Indians?
No, I don't think so. There are many analogies to but I don't think it's just a public government theory. I was glad that the public relations that may have been part of the Indian law, part of the government. But what was important to me, I guess, is to understand that the Indians were ready to die. At least, I think, for most Americans, it's a hard concept. There are people among us who are ready to die for things that we very few of us are. Nobody. That's important. But the Indians convinced everyone they were ready to die. Just so afraid to die. And understanding that is very important. Will lay down their lives for what they believe. Not war of every one of them are willing. Things that are meaning to them. Lay down and die for it. Not asking to die, but to be prepared for something they believe in. I guess everybody listening to it has to ask himself or herself, is there anything I would willingly die for? Not just would like to die, but that I would be willing to die for. Like that. I think everyone listening now has to ask himself or herself exactly what that is.
Well, it's a little far-fetched question, but along with the retreat, the aim of training against the federal government based on 1868 system.
That's right.
Do you think there might be a possibility also to say before years publicity that they might also file charges against certain federal officers, FBI, and marshals for murder?
Yeah, I'm in favor of the possibility that the remote. Who cares? Because I regard the law as just something to use, almost like a double agent, in order to destroy something. But that's good to do. If you have the resources to do it, I think it's fine. There are also going to be many other things done. For example, Russell's trial, he is going to take the oath from Leonard Coder. He also coincides here. That oath takes about 20 years for the police to hide and fire and so on. It's difficult how to do that in American court. Because step up to the court and protest. Hold fight themselves from the vote. And there has to be an oath. How do you decide? Take the oath before there'll be many things done in that trial. They try it. That's a great thing. Very important to the public. light that they are for the 98 other percent, it's just common of the perfection. Most places have without a